I remember the first time I saw this picture, and it's just, as I have described, cinematic in its light and tonal range. And there's always, if you look deeply in his photographs, there's often a mystery.
Ken Light, director of the Center of Photography at UC Berkeley, has studied and written about the photographs of Sebastiao Salgado.
The young child looking down and the way that they're wrapped. And then, of course, one of the key elements is the mother on the left, her face turned away, but yet we see the light reflecting off of her face or part of the face and the blankets. It's just an amazing, I want to say haunting photograph that in one photograph really fully describes the tragedy and the trauma that people had in the Sudan during the famine.
At the David Brower Center in Berkeley, the exhibition Then and Now presents a selection of photographs from decades of work by Salgado. Salgado has traveled the world, documenting manual laborers in his native Brazil and other parts of Latin America, as well as refugees from war, drought, and famine in Africa and elsewhere. He was trained as an economist, but in 1970 his wife Lelia gave him a camera, and so began his obsession with the black and white image. At a time when mass media values the single photograph, instantly transmitted, Salgado spends years on one subject, producing books of 300 and 400 images that are both epic and intimate.
People describe his work as, or his ability as being able to get inside kind of this circle that people normally have around them and don't often allow people in, and especially not photographers in.
When the exhibition opened, Salgado and his wife were interviewed at the center.
Many times people put the question, how you can work with so big misery around the world, because when you go to refugee campuses, people die, starvation is there, no food, nothing. But this is not misery. This is not misery. They live in a community of humans. They have, same if they have not many material resources, they have a lot of comfort of the others, a lot of hope, incredible dignity. When a person dies, this person will not die alone. They die inside a group that buried them, that cry for them, that protected them.
I think documentary photographers have tended to be social activists and have used their photography as a way of telling those stories and connecting with individuals or organizations, can use the work to help inform and often change the conditions in which they're witnessing. And Sebastiao really comes from that kind of arm of the documentary movement.
Salgado often makes his images available to organizations working for social change, such as Doctors Without Borders. The Brower Center, which serves as a home for groups involved in environmental and social action, chose Salgado for its premiere exhibition precisely because his art is activist in nature.
We always felt like we needed ways to engage new people in activism. And in my opinion, the arts are the best way to inspire people to think about the world a different way. And usually, to me, artists are the people who are the observers. They step outside society and they point out things about our culture, our patterns that maybe we don't see, and then help us to think about living differently.
Salgado has been increasingly concerned with the connection between social and environmental problems. Through their project, Instituto Terra, he and his wife have been active in restoring the rainforests in the area of Brazil where he grew up. And his next project, called Genesis, deals with pristine landscapes and species that need to be preserved. While some question this new direction, others see the connection to his past work.
He's somebody who has charted human suffering and human rights abuses, as well as living on Earth in different ways with different resources. And so he's somebody who's making it completely evident that you can't separate social or environmental issues or challenges or healing.